got them net shaken, and then Wallace able not to return, and then again she was able to put away the second chance.
I think I'm back, Bob. I'm thinking I'm back.
Bryn Lampy, the serve for Southwest.
14-13, I'm trying here. I think we're back. Lead 14-13 at a 1-point Wallace lead, 14-13. Big swing by Nelms, blocked backwards. Nelms pushes it over, and a point for Southwest, 14-14.
Boy, really good vision by Atlee Nelms there, just going all the way across court. And again, Wallace a little too close to the center, too grouped together actually for that one.
14 all in the third, folks. And I got to get my scoreboard all, so bear with me here. 14-14. And
another nice swing by Skylar Kuhlman there.
15-14 Wallace. We're back, 15-14. No scoreboard, folks. It's 2-0 Southwest once again. And then in this third, and now we're tied at 15-15.
Kendall Flaming there. I think that's her first service error. Hit the top of the tape and did not go over.
15 all in the third. It's going to be Karen Elms back at the service line. First pass by Flaming. Bump set, and now sent over by back row. Barely got over. Gallegos right. They're going to be set by Lampy. Atlee Nelms cross court, out of bounds, long 16-15. Wallace by a point in the third.
Yeah, good choice by the Wildcats there to let that ball go. Again, your instinct is to stick your arms out and hit that, but again, sailed long by a couple feet.
16-15 in the third. Lampy sets it up near side. Karen Elms, or Annika Elms, finds a spot, but a net violation nonetheless, and it's 16-16.
I believe they called Skylar Kuhlman in the net.
They did, okay. 16 all in the third, and a miss serve by Atlee Elms. 17-16 Wallace by one in the third. Southwest won the first two sets. And trying to sweep it here and win the Rpac title for the first time ever in Southwest history. Four-time runner-up, and hit the top of the tape. Nice concentration by Annika Nelms that time, but the set there. Blocked on the push that time by Truxa. Set by Lampy. Truxa swing. Back row. It's out of bounds. Another touch. Line judge had a touch, and we're tied at 17.
Yeah, called it right away. So, again, not a lot of discussion about that, but fortunate because that ball did sail out.
17-17. Southwest and Wallace are tied in the third. Wallace needs a set to keep the match going. Far side, Reagan Finley and the net. Point Wallace, 18-17. Coach Sal's going to burn a timeout here soon. Most likely.
I think just talking to the players
a little bit
at this point, yep.
18-17.
Yeah, worst swing of the night by Reagan Finley there. Did not time that one. She's had a really nice match so far.
Tough passing by Wallace. Really had to pinball that thing around, and it goes out of bounds. Gallegos let it go right near the line. And Southwest has got a 2-point lead, 19-17. Coach Salzman now will burn her timeout. 19-17, Southwest back to the Graph Event Center next on 103.9 The Hawk. And we're back to the Graph Event Center, 1917, Rich Barnett, Bob Golke. 1917, Southwest by two. Does Wallace have another comeback in him, Bob?
Yeah, really going to have to tighten the screws down now, and again, cannot have any unforced errors, and that's what I've been a little bit surprised at, especially these last two sets. Just a couple of times, just really just all you need to do is get the ball back, and they've kind of shanked them outside on a couple different tries.
Gallegos, good serve. Back row pass nicely into Sows of the work. Tipped over by Brooke Bryant. Blocked to the net. Tipped over. Right there's Gallegos. Going to be set to Lampy. Big swing by Truxa. It kind of hit the top of the tape a little bit too. Far side, Finley will send it over. Lampy bump set. It's going to be Truxa has to bump it over and to get a lot on it that time. Sauser will set up, work to Brooke Bryan, try to tap, swing it over in the net. 20-17 Wallace Southwest by 3 in the third.
Yeah, again, that set, just too tight to the net, so all he could do was try and tap it over, and that time really didn't have a good swing at it.
Gallegos back at the service line. It's Southwest to first to 20, just barely got off the net on the serve, tapped over, chance for Southwest right here. Bodies were bumping each other, and the center was trying to get the ball, and they were running each other. It's 20-18.
Yeah, kind of like bowling pins there, just kind of banging around in there. Just a little miscommunication there.
Southwest by 2 in the third, 20-18. Gieselman back at the service line. Flaming back in the front row for the Wildcats. Line drive serve. Tough pass by Nelms that time. Annika Nelms. Over, it's picked up by Wallace. Flaming, big swing, cross court. Nelms on a good dig, saved by Truxa, and pushed over by Annika Nelms. Sauser will get a good pass to Handel. It's Flaming, tips it over. Overpass Southwest. Wallace again, they'll work the middle this time, blocked to the play. Wallace again, Flaming off the tip, saved by Lampy, set by Gallegos, and fisted over by Truxa. It's going to be Wallace, Flaming again over block. Right there's Truxa, going to be set by Lampy. Truxa gets another swing, this time off the top of the tape. Wallace, we're still planning a long rally. Over, chance for the Rough Riders right here with Truxa. We'll send it over off a block. Doug, and pushed over by Wallace. Lampy, they'll work the middle of Annika Nelms, goes back row off a touch point on a long rally there, 21-18 Southwest.
Yeah, just kind of a changeup as that ball was floating towards the back line, and Gieselman just not able to control the hit.
Alice and Van Pelt back to serve. Rough Riders 4 points away from the Rpac Conference title. On the serve, back row pass by Lopez. Going to be set by Sauser. And Flaming out of bounds. 22-18 on the miss that time.
Yeah, that's just one of her worst sets of the night, unfortunately, for Wallace.
Timeout, Coach Sauser for Wallace. 4-point Rough Rider lead. We're back to the Graph Event Center shortly on 103.9 The Hawk. Graph Event Center, 103.9 The Hawk, our Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel, 22-18, Bob. The Wildcats, they're trailing by 4 here. We're late in this third set. Do they have do they have a rally in them?
We're going to find out. Again, all out of timeouts now, so again, you're going to have to play out the string. And again, Southwest, game was tied at 18, and now it's 22-18, very similar to the previous set.
Van Pelt on the good serve, back row pass, not a good one, overpass, and Nelms! Karen Elms with a big left hand sends it over. It's 23-18.
Well, I thought that was going to float wide, but again, painted the line. Big point for Southwest.
Van Pelt back at the service line, 23-18. 2 points away from a title. As Van Pelt at the service line and missed serve, 23-19. Yeah.
One of her few errors on the night, though. Yeah, she's really been serving well.
Yeah, Southwest hasn't missed a lot of serves tonight. Sauser back at the service line for the Wallace Wildcats, down 4. Good serve, back row pass by Gallegos and set over by Lampy. Kept alive by Lopez. Far side, Flaming gets a good look at it, and it falls off the block. It's 23-20.
How many times have you said that? Kept alive by Lopez, Rich.
Yeah.
I mean, again, full-length extension there to keep that ball up.
Coach Kim Barnett's got to take a chance at all. Burns a timeout, 23-20. Back after the break on 103.9 The Hawk. Back here at the Graph Event Center, Bob, 23-20. Wallace has kind of rallied a little bit.
Certainly haven't given up at this point.
23-20 after the timeout by Southwest. Good first pass, Gallegos. Lampy, back set, Truxa, cross court, dug up. Bump set, far side. Flaming gets another look, tips it over. Chasing it, and it falls. 23-21. Wallace within 2.
I'm feeling a pulse at this point. But, yeah, again, no mistakes by Wallace here for the last 3 or 4 points. So, again, Southwest got to get that big kill to settle this thing down.
23-21. Back row pass, Gallegos set by Lampy. Kieran Elms off a block. Dug up by Lopez. Set, far side. Flaming off a block. Right there, Gallegos set by Lampy. Truxa will push it over. Golly, hit the ball. Joust to the net, tipped, and it falls again, 23-22.
This is why you play every point, Rich. I mean, just cannot let up.
Sauser back at the service line, 23-22 Wallace. On the serve, back row pass by Nelms, set by Lampy. Kieran Elms, big swing, back row, kills good. Match point number 1 for Southwest at 24-22.
Yeah, that time Lopez and Gieselman were protecting the corners, and a good choice by Kieran Elms going right down the middle.
Truxa back at the service line, a match point, 24-22 in the third. Good serve, Lopez. Good first pass, Sauser. Flaming taps it over a block, good dig, and pushed over by Gallegos. Chance for Wallace right here, Flaming off a block, and it falls, 24-23. Match point number 2 is coming up.
Yeah, nice decision by Flaming. The set kind of led her into the block, but decided to push it off the hands rather than going for the big swing.
Back at the service line is Brooke Bryant. Back row pass by Gallegos Lampy. It's going to be Atleen Elms. Back row, good dig. Bump set. Bumped over Flaming. Chance for Southwest right here in it. Lampy. Going to be Kieran Elms. Cross court kills, good. And the Rough Riders have claimed their first ever Rpac Conference Volleyball Championship. It wasn't easy. It was a 3-set sweep, but boy, Wallace made them work every bit of the way, didn't they?
Absolutely correct, especially this last set. Could have easily chucked it, but again, kept going. And again, Wallace, nothing to be ashamed of here. Only their 3rd loss on the season, first loss since August 29th.
25-23. We're going to wrap up our coverage here shortly on 103.9 The Hawk. Back here at the Graph Event Center, the medal presentations, the runner-up trophy to the Wallace Wildcats. And, yeah, Bob, you said right before we went to break that, Wallace, I think they're going to make some noise in this postseason coming up.
Oh, absolutely. They certainly are a heavy favorite to win their sub-district. And they're going to have, I would think, barring anything strange happening, a top 8 points. So, again, they should get a home, depending upon the mileage factor, of course. They should get a home final to see if they can make it to state. So again, this is a team that's had a lot of success this year, and you can see just how they play well as a team together. So I'm with you, Rich. I'm curious to see how far they can really go.
Coach Sauser once again presented medals, and you look at Wallace and what they have, with their seniors. They've got 4 quality seniors in Pelster, Flaming, Kuhlman, and Bryant. That's 4 good ones right there. Play a ton for them, and so They want to make it happen this year. This
has definitely been their best chance. They were kind of on the edge a little bit last year, but they knew that this year had potential to be really good. And again, kudos to them. They've handled, again, most everybody that they've played, and certainly are, again, like I said, a solid favorite in their sub-district.
Folks watching our Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel, the medal presentations right here for the Wallace girls, and we'll get to the Southwest girls here in just a moment. But, hey, thanks, big guy. This is fun.
Oh, no, this was great just to kind of be able to relax and watch a little volleyball as opposed to being directly involved with it. And, again, I was really interested in a lot of these matchups. Wanted to see Cambridge again. Hadn't seen them since early in the season. And, again, hadn't seen Southwest actually for a little while either. So, again, really interesting to see how these teams have progressed and matured as the season has gone on. And now we're going to get down to the real season, as they say. And, again, a lot of expectations for both these teams to go far in the postseason.
Southwest will get their medals here once again. You're watching our Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel. And now the Rough Riders. I mean, they are, with that win, to 26 wins, I think it is.
26-2 they should be, I believe.
They are a win away from tying the school record of 27 wins, which was last year.
Exactly right. Now they'll have their chance. They'll certainly get a relatively easy match in the first round of their sub-district. And again, depending upon who wins the other side, quote-unquote, of that sub-district bracket, it looks like it'll either be Brady or Maywood Hayes Center. So, again, Southwest has had plenty of success against those teams, and they're certainly a heavy favorite in their sub-district as well.
Yeah, they'll have Maywood Hayes Center, Brady's in that High Line.
And then
Sand Hills Valley. Exactly
yep.
right, in that
It's a 5-team sub-district, so there'll be 3 games on that Monday the 23rd, and then a championship game on Tuesday the 24th.
Somebody's going to be down there for that match, that 2-day stretch, I think, right?
I'm going to have some cosmetic surgery done over the weekend so no one recognizes me. But, yeah, we'll be down there for that sub-district, and then we'll kind of see what happens from there.
So that's going to wrap up our coverage. We'll continue on the YouTube channel once again with the medal presentations. Folks can soak that in a little bit. So, Bob, thanks a lot. We'll do this again soon.
No, it was great, Rich. Had a really good time kind of getting back into the postseason, so to speak, as we creep closer. So, again, best of luck to both of these teams going forward, and they should have still plenty of success left in the season.
For Bob Golke, I'm Rich Barnett. Thanks for all of our great sponsors helping us out as well. It was fun, boy, for Thursday, Monday, and Tuesday, once again, boy, a lot of matches. And thanks to Mark Searcy again. Mark kept us busy as well with some of those Rpac Conference West matchups as well. And he'll be helping us out with our coverage. Because you got to think, in our area, best bets, of course, the smaller schools, Cambridge and Southwest got a solid chance. No matter what happens in subs, they're going to go on to a district final.
Yeah, it sure looks like it then. And that's the beauty of having the season count for something, to build those points, and you work so hard there. And again, to try and give yourself a little cushion going into that sub-district.
Thanks for listening to our coverage of the Rpac Conference Volleyball Tournament here on 103.9 The Hawk, highplainsradio.net, and the 103.9 The Hawk app.